Hey guys, if you've been following along with my videos, you've learned how to download and open Photoshop, you've learned how to import the merch by Amazon template file, you've learned how to import some additional fonts to use for your t-shirts, and now I'm going to show you how to add vectors and images to your Photoshop t-shirts. So to do that, open up Photoshop, make sure you have just a clean layer, nothing on it. Maybe if you want some text on there you can leave that, and I'm just going to make all the other layers invisible for now. Then you minimize Photoshop, open up your internet browser, and on my blog, and I'll post the link below, I have a list of different free vector websites. Vector for free, OpenClipArt, Vector.me, all these websites you can type in a specific search term and find an image or a vector, and this is what a vector looks like. A vector, you can call it a silhouette, you can call it a vector, you can call it clip art. Regardless of what you call it, this is what they look like. One of my favorite ones to use is OpenClipArt. So once you click on that, it'll show up here. Now, here's the OpenClipArt.com. Let's say I'm looking for the search term wolf. Maybe I have a wolf related t-shirt I want to type in. Now, trying to think like a customer, I'm trying to think, what would a customer like to see? Now, if I saw this particular design, would I know it's a wolf? Maybe, but I also see a lot of ridges and different colors in there, and, well, this one stands out. This one is like the perfect definition of a wolf when I think of a wolf. So I would probably click on this design, and you're going to want to download this as a PNG, the largest file possible, so big image. Go ahead and download it and go back to your Photoshop. Click on File, Open, and navigate to wherever that file was downloaded. Mine was downloaded to the Downloads folder, and there it is. Howling Wolf Silhouette. Click Open, and there it is. So you'll notice this image opened up in a whole new tab. If you think of tabs, think of it like your internet browser. You've got one tab for one thing you're working on, you've got another tab for this. So Photoshop is smart enough to put your silhouette in a whole new tab. So what you want to do is click on your pointer tool, just click anywhere on the image, click and hold, and drag it on top of this file. Don't let go, just drag it on top of it, and then you can place it in the center of your file. Now you'll notice I've dragged it there, but I don't see anything. Now why is that? That is because the silhouette image that you downloaded is black. Now your background is also black. So you can either make this background layer not invisible anymore, and then you can see it. Still hard to tell, especially if you're adding white font everywhere. Or we can turn this particular image white to match your white font. Now, how do you do that? One of the easiest ways to do it is click on your paint bucket tool. Make sure you have white selected. Right now it shows blue. I see white down here, so you can just click on this button to switch it. Now, if neither of these are white, you could just click on this and drag it to the very top corner, or type in FFF, FFF, 6 Fs. Click OK. Click on the paint bucket tool and missed the wolf there. And click on your wolf. So there it is. So now you have your wolf. And like I was talking about with the different layers earlier, the wolf layer is on top of the Merch Pursuits layer. So if I drag this wolf layer on top of Merch Pursuits, it covers up the words. You can't even tell what words I'm talking about. Now if I drag Merch Pursuits on top of the wolf, it's gonna override it. You can't tell just because of the color, but let's say I turn this color to blue, for instance. Sorry about that. For instance, you'll turn this wolf blue. So you click on your paint bucket tool, make sure blue is selected, and click on paint. So now he's blue. So if I was to drag this above there, you'll see that your wolf is now behind your text, which is cool. You know, you can still see the image of the wolf behind, you can still see, you know, your website or the text you want on there, and you can reverse it. We can make the wolf go on top. I don't recommend that. I think any silhouettes or vectors you use should probably go behind your fonts. So we're going to put that back down there. Now another thing you might notice is, well, it seems like this is a little bit too small. You can shift left click on this bottom corner and drag it a little bit bigger. Maybe we want to make that image a little bit bigger. And I always recommend when you're making t-shirt designs to use as much space as you can. The smaller your text is, the smaller your images are, the harder it is going to be to see. Because you have to remember, when you're looking for merch images on Amazon, it's going to be, you know, roughly this size. You have to make sure your words or your images stand out among everyone else's. If it's just very small text, you're not going to see it at all. So, you know, I like the wolf there, but I think he's a little bit too... he stands out too much. It's hard to read the words. So what you can do is make sure you're clicking on the wolf layer, and you can click on this where it says normal. Or click on here where it says opacity. We can change the opacity down quite a bit. Maybe we want to make it just barely visible. Or maybe we want to... once you change it, you have to click enter so that it accepts the changes. Maybe we... or if you click on this, it'll say, do you want to apply the transformation? Say, yeah, we do. Just because we want to apply it before we can make any additional changes. So we click on that, and then maybe we want to make it white and see what it looks like. So we click on this layer, we switch it back to white, we drop the white in there, so that's actually pretty cool. I mean, look at the big difference between 33% opacity and 100. Huge difference, right? And that looks kind of cool. And let's say we want to add another image in there. We can do File, Open. I've only downloaded one of these, so we're going to go ahead and open this. Do the same thing. Click on your pointer tool, click and hold on your wolf, drag it into this particular file, drop it in. It's going to show up as black. We need to change that so we can see it. We're going to paint him white. But maybe we want to flip him around. You can click on Edit, go to Transform, and then click Flip Horizontal. So now we have a wolf facing the other way. Maybe we can reposition him right here. Now he's a little bit smaller in comparison to that wolf. This one looks like a puppy wolf. So click Control T. Control T is your free transform tool. Really, if you just click on this and click on your image, you can free transform like you want. I like to scale everything proportionally, so I always press Shift before I drag, and then he shows up here. So we're going to apply that transformation, and just because you apply the transformation doesn't mean it's a permanent change. You can always click on Edit, Step Backward, or Alt-Control Z to step backwards in whatever you're working on. And this is a little bit too white, it's taken over the text, so maybe I want to put it under a layer, maybe I want to change the opacity of this as well. Maybe I just want this on the very top layer. You know, it sometimes doesn't make much of a difference, but yeah, it's just up to you, however you want to design your image. Excuse me. For the purpose of this shirt, I don't really like the way two images look, but you know, adding vectors and images is a great way to set your t-shirts apart from everyone else's. A lot of people like to do text-only designs, but if you did a text-only design and spent a few extra seconds and added a cool vector or image in the background, you're opening yourself up to a much bigger market that's going to purchase your shirt. So, thanks for watching. I hope this gives you guys some inspiration on some of t-shirts designs you guys wanted, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Make sure to click on the links below and share this post if you've gotten anything out of it. Thanks, guys.